If you're faced with a choice and you have to choose, I hope you choose the one that means the most to you. Okay, y'all, this is not a coincidence, okay? Like, this is not a coincidence. These things don't just happen. God was speaking to me through this song. Like, choose the choice that means the most to you. And sometimes that means letting go of the choice that does not mean the most to you. And you're watching the Tamara Neely Show. I would like to welcome back all my returning subscribers. And if you're new here, I would like to let you know I'm happy you're here. Okay, did y'all hear? I said I'm happy you're here. Thank you for coming on back. Okay, so I've been thinking today I just want to kind of talk to you, one-on-one, me to you type conversation. For the past week, I have been kind of posting about some topics that may not usually be talked about on this show, such as Love is Blind, and also we did a deep dive into Doge. I spent about 40 minutes talking to you about it. I don't regret the time that I spent doing that, even though I usually don't make videos that long, but I really wanted us to have an understanding of what Doge is, because so many people have questions about that. And I noticed that some of y'all didn't get to watch that video, and so I was kind of like, what are we doing? Okay, what are we doing? I'm just kidding, y'all. I wasn't thinking that. I know it was a really long video, so it's totally fine if you didn't get to watch it all the way through. But if you want to learn more about Doge, you can definitely check it out. But I was just kind of thinking, and I was like, I didn't know what I wanted to talk about, but I kept feeling this urge to really have a heart-to-heart, and I was putting it off. And so today we're going to have a heart-to-heart, and the topic is going to be called Let It Go. Okay, sometimes you just gotta let things go and let it be. And I went to the gym this morning, and I was running on the treadmill. For the past couple months, I've been really working on building my endurance back up, because I used to run like a mile and a half 4 days a week. I used to do that very consistently. However, I was having some knee issues, so I kind of pulled back on running as much. And now my trainer has been helping me to get back into a good place to where I can run and it doesn't hurt and things like that. And I feel my body getting stronger. My knees are getting stronger. And so I was on the treadmill today, or no, this was actually yesterday. Today I did legs. So I was on the treadmill yesterday, and I was running, and sometimes I find myself like turning the treadmill volume like up a lot and trying to go as fast as I can to run the mile, and something just told me to slow down. You're still gonna get there, slow down. And I'm like, interesting. Okay. And so I took it at a slower pace, and I got there. And when I was finished, I wasn't out of breath. I wasn't having to take off my shoes because it wasn't painful. It wasn't uncomfortable. I got there in the time that I needed to get there. Now, my goal is to eventually get back to running, and running a mile in 8 minutes. Around 8 minutes is definitely where I want to get back to, But right now, I'm more so at like 9:45 to 10 minutes, which is a lot like slower than I'm used to. And I'm sure I could go faster than that, but I'm trying to work on my endurance. I'm trying to work on pacing and things like that. And so I was on the treadmill, and it dawned on me, it doesn't take much brain power to run on the treadmill. I mean, you don't really have to think about how you run very much, other than you want to make sure your feet aren't hitting the treadmill too hard, because that can obviously cause some damage to your knees and things like that. But other than maybe that and a couple other things, just breathing and all that, you're fine. You can do that like walking. It's a little bit more intense, but it's still like walking. And so it got me thinking about life and how sometimes we try and rush things. We want to move so fast that we miss the journey. And I talk about this a lot on this show, but life is a journey, okay? It's not about the destination as much as it's about the journey to getting there. And so I think about my fitness journey, and I was looking at old pictures of how far I've come and the ups and downs, which for the most part we've been really going upwards, and it's been great. But it's been years of work, 4 years of really going after it and being consistent, and it's paying off. And I think about the little details of life, and even when it comes to my skincare and investing in helping my skin to be better so that I can be able to not have to wear makeup. I love not wearing makeup. I wear very little makeup because I'm not really like that person who wants to wear makeup all the time. Even though it's great for a lot of people, I just like my natural face. I'm very much so that girl who likes to wear my natural face and my natural hair as much as I can. And also I like to do protective styles too though, y'all. Okay? Because it's about length retention as well. So I want to mention that too. We could talk about hair all day long. Like, I know a lot of ladies follow this show too, and I see some of y'all's profiles. Y'all's hair is just amazing. Okay, I'm just gonna say it. Some of y'all got some really good hair, and I'm like, okay, sis, I see you, type thing. And so I love hair. I like talking about hair products, and also most of the time you see me, I do my own hair. So y'all already know I change my hair all the time. That's just what I do. Now this time my mom did my hair, and so she came over yesterday, and I had called her because I was like, hey, can you, like, I was just telling her like about my hair and stuff and sending her pictures because I was trying out a new braiding style. And so I was having a hard time parting it, and she was like, do you want me to just come over and help? And like, we don't live in the same city, but she happened to be in the same city that I was. And so, that I live in. And so she was just like, I'll come over. And so she came over, and I handed her the comb, and I started like, just kind of, she felt like I was about to have her braid my hair, and she's like, oh, I just came to part your hair. I didn't come to braid it. And so we start laughing and stuff because it was really refreshing seeing my mom. I love her so much. And so we start laughing, and next thing you know, she's braiding my hair. So she just braided my whole hair for me. I think she did a really good job. Okay, my mom did a very good job on my hair. Shout out to my mom. She sometimes watches the show, y'all. She sometimes is in the comment section watching the show. So speaking of the comment section, I just want to thank y'all for the love and support, and shout out to subscriber Alex. Alex comments on like every single video, and Alex, I want to say thank you so much. Your encouragement really helps me to continue posting. Every time I see and a lot of you post and comment just such encouraging words, and y'all, if I'm being honest, and hopefully I can be real with you, I'm doing YouTube for free right now, and it takes a lot of my time, and sometimes, and I love it. That's why I do it. I love talking to y'all and things like that, but it takes a lot of my time, and sometimes I'm that person who I could be just working at something, giving as much as I can, and sometimes I forget that I need the encouragement as well. And when y'all comment and support the show, it really does mean a lot. And so I do appreciate it. And I thank you for the support and for your comments and things like that. But yeah, I just wanted to have a heart-to-heart. And maybe you have some things in life you need to just let it be, let it happen, not try to force it. I don't know what encouragement you may need, but you know what you need. And sometimes you just gotta hear, let it go. Like, let it go. Let the past be the past and keep moving forward. And remember to press toward the mark. Remind yourself of the goals that you have in life. Because myself included, many of us have goals. And sometimes it's easy to get distracted because you start looking at the bigger picture instead of focusing in on where you are. And if it's God's will, you're going to get there. And that's what I want you to remember. I think about how I used to just make videos for fun. Okay? I used to make videos for fun, and I used to edit them, and I used to just post them, and I used to just interview people for fun and really seek out these celebrities or whoever God put on my heart, because at the end of the day, either we're all celebrities or none of us are celebrities, because God doesn't have favoritism. I was reading Acts 11, y'all. Y'all need to check it out. He has no favoritism. That's why I love him so much. But anyways, where was I going with that? I wish this was live right now so y'all could remind me. I really lost my train of thought, if I'm being honest, and I think that was probably a good thought that I had there. Oh yeah, so sometimes you gotta let things go and you get focused on the big picture and you gotta zone in. And I think about when I first started just making videos for fun, and now I'm making other people's videos, and I'm getting rewarded for that hard work and just for the dedication of just learning how to better this skill. And so I thank God for that, because I never thought I would be doing what I'm doing right now, you know, as far as work. But it's just amazing how life happens, right? And y'all remember that guy who I interviewed on the plane, and I told y'all about it when I did the Frontier Airlines post. And he said, life is not happening to you, it's just happening. And I really took that in, and it's so true. Life is just happening. And so don't take it personal when life is happening. Adjust, learn the lessons, because life has a way of teaching us things. And if you don't learn the lesson, then you will continue to make the same mistake over and over. And that's where I'm so grateful, because there's a certain part of my life where I have taken in some of that feedback, and I see how the lessons have helped me grow, and how God turned that pain into purpose. He turned those thoughts of, you know, insecurity into purpose, into driving me forward and moving me forward. And so I thank God for the lessons, because without those lessons, you wouldn't be able to maintain the blessing. I hope that makes sense now. Anyways, I think I have one more thing I wanted to say. Okay, so I journaled today, and I haven't journaled in a while. So I journaled today, and I wrote at the top, always remember you have a choice. And then it's just so amazing how God works, because I wrote in my journal, wrote some really good things that I just thank God that I was able to learn and just reflect on, and just be so happy and content about, right? And so I'm leaving, because I went to go get a smoothie, and I was leaving the smoothie place, and I was looking up on Spotify. I said I looked up songs about growing up, because I felt like I was reflecting, and I'm just like, wow, you know, I told my mom, I said, wow, growing up changes you. You know, I'm 22 right now, which is crazy. Not crazy, but it's just like, wow, you know, I'm 22, but y'all, I'm about to turn 23. So I'm not going to be 22 forever. But anyways, my birthday's coming up, actually, which means that the show is turning 2. I think the show is turning 2. Anyways, thinking, and I had typed in Spotify songs about growing up, and y'all want to know what song came on? My Wish. The artist is Rascal Flatts, I think. And so the song goes, my wish for you. Should I sing it, y'all? Do y'all really want me to sing this song? Okay, I'll sing just a little bit now. I'm not saying I'm Rascal Flatts, y'all. I'm just singing a little bit now. Okay? But I do love to sing. I really do. Funny story. One time, I never have shared this story before, okay? I've never shared this story. But I'm just going to share it. So one time I was singing in the car with someone, and they started crying, and they said, your voice is so beautiful, and like this person was actually crying because they believed my voice was that nice. And I don't know, ever since that moment I was like, okay, maybe I can, hold a note or something. I don't know. But it just really, it made my heart feel warm and special, right? Especially looking back on it, and I look back on that memory quite a bit because that's never happened to me before. But anyways, so the song goes like this. I don't know if I can sing it because I might start laughing, but I'll try not to. Stay big, your worries stay small. I think I'm not gonna sing anymore because that song is actually not in the right key for me. But you get the picture. My wish for you is that this life becomes all that you want it to be, okay? And actually, let me get my phone really quick because I want to read just a couple of the lyrics, okay? Give me 1 second. Here we go. The reason why I wanted to bring up this song is because in this song, and I had no idea, I had never really listened to the words like this, and this song just happened to be one of the songs on the list, which I told you guys I have wrote in my journal, and I said, always remember you have a choice. That's what I felt like writing. And so the lyrics of this song says, I hope the days come easy. Actually, let me say it a little bit different. I hope the days come easy and the moments pass slow, and each road leads you where you wanna go. And if you're faced with a choice and you have to choose, I hope you choose the one that means the most to you. Okay, y'all, this is not a coincidence, okay? Like, this is not a coincidence. These things don't just happen. God was speaking to me through this song. Like, choose the choice that means the most to you. And sometimes that means letting go of the choice that does not mean the most to you. And there may be a better choice. And maybe you don't see it right now. Okay? But that's where faith comes in. Because faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things that are unseen, that have not been seen. So, have faith. That's what y'all needed. Somebody needed to hear that, okay? Have faith. Everything is going to be okay. Everything will come to pass. If the Lord has shown you that, if He has given you visions, He's given you dreams, have faith in Him, okay? Really have faith, because He has not forgotten about you. And that's what, I'm not just saying this for y'all, okay? I'm saying this also for me too, because I've needed that encouragement too. Have faith. And sometimes it's important to remember that good things come to those who wait, okay? Be patient, relax. Some of us ladies have to really work on that. Relax. Just be in your princess era, okay? Be a princess, because you are, okay? Okay, princesses? Y'all just be princesses, okay? That's why I went and I got my nails done. Best believe we're doing French tip right now. And because most of the time I do French tip, but I've changed it up a couple times the past couple months. So, French tip, got my hair done. I'm wearing this really nice shirt that I like. And I would like to say, like, I feel good. You know, because it's not always just about what's on the outside. It's about what's on the inside. Okay? God is interested in the details too, honey. So, anyways, my wish for you is that you get all that this life has for you, okay? I'm going to sing this last part and then we about to end. My wish for you is that this life becomes all that you want it to. Your dreams stay big, your worries stay small. You never need to carry more than you can hold. And while you're out there getting where you're getting to, I hope you know somebody loves you and wants the same things too. Yeah, this is my wish. Okay, this has been fun. I hope you enjoyed this heart to heart, okay? I love you guys, and you'll hear from me soon. Talk to you later. Bye.